the Olympics is this once in 5 year, because of the pandemic, event that it brings the world together, but it also highlights certain sports more than others. And swimming is one of those sports that gets this disproportionate love only during the Olympics. And so it's the first 8 days of competition. It's the most watched of all the Olympic sports. It's even more than running, track and field and gymnastics even. And so you have this period of time where the world pays attention and they know that swimming is this thing. And if you're in the United States, we're really good at swimming. We win a lot of medals, 30 medals just in the pool in Tokyo. And so when you have this event, the world is paying attention. We get a lot of exposure. We also get more credibility, more trust. And so from the media side of things, the media part of the company, we try and jump on this opportunity as much as possible. And we want to be talking about swimming. So we have this whole new group of people who are interested in swimming, or maybe they're coming back to swimming. And then they look to us, MySwimPro, as a way to get back into the sport that they used to do once upon a time, maybe as a kid, and now they're older and they want to get back into it. So we provide those educational resources, the right training plans, so people can get back into swimming or just feel more prideful in the thing that they already do. And so we have this, because of the Olympics, we have this whole new group of people that have come in. We were featured by Apple as the app of the day in the middle of the week of swimming. So that's huge. We gained just a few thousand people that were new just from that one single feature by Apple. And so all these new people are coming in, and now it's our job to keep them hooked into our community. And, we do that through a number of ways, in not only the application, but our media content. And as we go into 2022, which will be, hopefully a normal year in the sense of, things are open and everything like that. This is our shot to have the exposure from the Olympics carry into a full calendar year. And that's what we're really excited about.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit now that I kind of have a really good understanding as like what your technology is offering and how it's the perfect time to have an application that's relevant to what's going on in the Olympics. Like as you said before, the United States being one of the biggest winners as far as gold medal is concerned in Olympic swimming. So from an investor standpoint, I noticed that you had really, really significant growth, at least in the last 3 years, as far as like downloads and revenue. What is your path moving forward for revenue, and really want to get everyone excited about MySwimPro as an investment opportunity?
Yeah, totally. I can give a high level view of what the revenue has looked like. And a lot of people ask, well, how do you make money? So we have a subscription service, think of it as like Peloton, but we're for swimming. And so you have a monthly or yearly subscription, and that's where most of our revenue comes from. And so we launched that subscription business offering in 2016. I think we did like 15K in revenue. The following year, we did a little over 100K. And then in 2018, over 400K, 2019, 1.1 million. And then the pandemic hit us in 2020, which obviously took a huge slice out of our numbers because almost every single pool in the world shut down. So difficult to train when you don't have a swimming pool. And even with this once in 100-year health event, we still almost did 1 million in revenue. We're just under. And so this year we're positioned to do even more than we did in 2019, even with the first half of 2021, things being, for the most part, pretty shut down. So we'll do maybe 1.5 million in that territory this year. And next year, we're looking to do over 3 million. Like I mentioned, in 2022, it's the first full year since 2019, basically, that we hope to see things mostly normal. And then we have the backstage of the Olympic Games. We have people starting New Year resolutions. People are more comfortable going to the gym, going to the pool. And so we have all these catalysts happening at the same time. And so I'm very confident that we'll be able to succeed and be very competitive compared to what we were in 2019 this year, and then blow those numbers out of the water, pun intended, for next year.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. Like a lot of companies and a lot of businesses got hit really hard when COVID came around. And I think that your company is an exception, right? I think that despite that kind of adversity with COVID-19, you were still able to produce significant revenue despite a lot of those closures for fitness equipment and things like that. So kudos to you for that. So all listeners, I know you're currently raising on WeFunder right now. And how much you're close to right now? 300, 200,000? And what's the goal on that?
Yeah, well, we're hoping to actually succeed 1 million pretty easily. It's interesting. We launched the campaign around the Olympics, and we're focused on the Olympics at that time. Now the Olympics are wrapping up, and now we can go full force on this fundraise. Prior to the current raise we're doing, we have over 300 investors from 36 countries, and so our app has been downloaded in over 180 countries. We have a very international base of not only members but also investors. And even now, just looking at the early investors come in, it's the same thing. It's very international. People who use our app, or they've seen our brand, and they recognize the obvious potential of being the category leader in this space, and they want to get involved. So I'm very confident we'll raise over 1 million just on this round.
Yeah, definitely. And just for the listeners, can you kind of talk about your team a little bit, and the fact that you were mentioned in Forbes 30 under 30, which is really amazing.
Sure. So I'm very humbled. My co-founder and I have been selected to the Forbes 30 under 30 in the consumer technology segment. We have a great team member who leads our marketing page, our VP of marketing. She's co-founder with me of World Swim Day, an international holiday to empower people to go swimming. So we get great product manager. And the thing that makes our team really unique is that all of us swim. We're a company by swimmers for swimmers. We're all passionate about the product. We all use the product. We just had a product meeting like 30 minutes ago, and we were talking about, from an intimate level, we really understand what our members are going through and what they need, because we can reference not only our own perspectives, but I can just go to the swimming pool. I was at the swimming pool earlier today, and I can see and talk with the people who are using our application. And so I think what's unique about our team is that we have great international perspective, because amongst our team, we speak nearly a dozen languages. And so we have great diversity in our team, but also we have great perspective as members and users ourselves of our own product. And so I think that's what's really special about our team.
Yeah, I would agree. I kind of have my own metrics when I'm deciding to invest in a company, and I would definitely say that your company has those metrics. I have a founder who understands technology, who understands the use case, who is an avid swimmer and a professional swimmer at that. Forbes 30 under 30, the tech works, over 1.5 million downloads, significant revenue despite COVID-19, and a really charismatic founder. So I'm excited to see how well your WeFunder campaign goes, and I'll be sure to drop an investment in, because all you need is $100 and you can invest in your company, right?
Yeah, totally. And I appreciate it. And that's the thing that is really exciting about this is we're reaching out to the community and saying, you know what, if you want to own a piece of history, this digital real estate, this digital asset, it's $100 and you can be a part of it. And so we're hoping to have over 1,000 investors by the time we close the campaign. And, these are people who are not, the big dogs dropping, 50 grand, they're dropping $100,000, $500,000 because they want to be a part of something. And I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, I reference it all the time in my podcast, especially in the earlier days, about the 2016 Jobs Act, and how individuals who didn't make $200,000 or didn't have a combined income of $300,000 and $1 million in liquid assets, they couldn't invest in companies like yours. But because of that 2016 Jobs Act, individuals who make less than that have the opportunity to invest in companies like yours, and they can actually do it through WeFunder and a couple of other platforms. But what I would do is I'll put your link in the description of our podcast today. And I'm really hoping for explosive numbers and retention as far as people coming to your page and investing, and also downloading the app. So all the listeners, if you don't decide to invest, check out the app, download it, get a feel for it, see if you like it, and kind of refer back to this podcast and see how inspirational this founder is about the technology that he's creating for the world. So from my viewpoint and perspective, I think you want to invest in companies that want to change the world. And I think the fact that they're already touching several countries, already have significant revenue, and is positioned well, it's a investment to take a look at. And I definitely have to agree with that. So thank you, Mr. Fairs. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast today, and I wish your company the best success.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just really quick, you mentioned changing the world, and that's why I do what I do. I do it because I see the progress that people are having. They're losing weight, they're getting in better shape, they're swimming faster, and that's what it's all about. Having fun too, right? Right on. Thanks again.